Since I've started in photography, I've taken hundreds of thousands of photos. I'll do a shoot, go home, drop all the photos on a hard drive, edit a few of them, upload a couple to Instagram, and the rest of the photos will never see the light of day again. Digital photography has many advantages over the old days of film, most notably the amount of photos that we can take and the relatively low cost of storage. But something that I've noticed even more recently with picking up film photography, and one of the biggest drawbacks of digital photography, is our propensity to underappreciate the photos that we take. If you take thousands of photos in a day, what are the chances that you're actually going to edit and share all of those photos? Zero. It's just too time consuming. But not only that, because you take so many photos, each one of those photos is less valuable and more easily forgotten. It's a problem of scarcity, really. When a resource, an item, when something is more scarce, it tends to be more valuable. If you knew that you only had 24 or 36 shots, as is the case with film photography, then you know that each one of those shots needs to mean something. Each one of those shots just matters that much more. Now, this isn't a video about trying to convert you all to film photography. No, this is a video about trying to reframe the scarcity problem and trying to utilize it to our advantage. One thing that I've always loved about photography is the fact that two photographers can go to the same location at the same time and end up with two wildly different photos. Photography is technically about capturing light, and I think this is where a lot of people get caught up in the technical aspects of photography. The settings, the camera, the lens. Now, these things are obviously important as they make a big impact on the photos that we take. But photography as an art is really about capturing moments in time, showing others how you see the world and how you want others to see you. Understanding the technical aspects of photography are really only so that you can apply those to that overarching goal. Now, why this is important is because as you age, as you grow as a person, you're going to tend to see the world differently. That photo that you took 3 years ago, you're literally going to be looking at it through a new lens, which actually gives you the opportunity to see gems which you otherwise wouldn't in the past. All the philosophical stuff aside, it means you need to go back through your old photos once in a while. I find that once a year is a good start. It's an awesome thing to do when the weather is shit like it has been in Vancouver for the last couple weeks and you can't get out and shoot new photos. I've been amazed at some of the photos that I could find that I took 3-4 years ago that I just threw aside. I never edited them, I've never shared them, and they're just sitting there on my hard drive. What I saw then when I was calling through my photos is not the same thing that I'm seeing now when I'm going through them, which is why you need to go back every once in a while and re-look at your old albums. And it's probably the case that in a couple years I'm going to go back and I'm going to find even more. Going back to the scarcity problem, this is where you can take advantage of it. Because at any given time, you only really have enough time to utilize only a small subset of your overall catalog, you can probably always go back and find photos that you missed the first time or the second time or the third time that you went through that catalog. So yeah, every year or so, go back, look through your old photos and see what you can find. I promise you, it'll be worth it. I said earlier that photography is about showing others how you see the world or how you want others to see you. This second part, how you want others to see you or your art, is the expression aspect of photography. And it's why that I'd advocate even going back and re-editing old photos that you edited years ago. Not only are your technical editing skills going to get better, but your style is going to change as well. That one photo that you took could look drastically different depending on how you edit it. So really, you get to enjoy that same photo all over again. Hell, you could even go back and retake the same photo. This is something that I don't see talked about all that much, but I love going back and taking the same photo. It's technically not the same photo. You're taking it at a different time of day with different lighting conditions, maybe a different focal length, different camera settings. It's taking a photo of the same thing, but seeing how you can see it in different ways. And then you could even experiment with editing the photos differently. Guys, that's photography in a nutshell. So get back in your photo archives and find some hidden gems. Don't let your photos die on your hard drive.